All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC NASCAR. We're going to be out here with the THDesigns Truck Series for the... Sorry. I can't read my notes. The HRB Home Renovations 187. We're going to be out here at Talladega, one of the most iconic tracks for NASCAR. This is going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of drivers out here. It's looking about 37 drivers will be on the track tonight. So really excited to be here. Thank you all for being here, and I think we're in for a great show. As we take a look at last week race results, it looks like our winner comes out to be Dustin Haynes in that number 3, coming down from the NPC Cup Series, putting down a little bit of competition out last week at Kansas, and was able to take home a win. Great job for him and his team. Had a bunch of his teammates out there with him. Connell Bolton came in second place. He took home 43 points. He is going to be a truck driver, doing a great job for himself and his team, taking home all those points. Looking forward to seeing him on the podium again this season. Justin Harris in third place, did not take home any points. He is also going to be a NPC Cup driver. Two cup drivers taking home podiums last week at Kansas. But we look to see maybe possibly a new winner tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at our driver standings right now as it holds for the season. It looks like Cameron Craighead, Connell Bolton, Nick Sipple, Logan Wilson, Jacob Hughes, and Johnny Parsons have all won their way into the playoffs. They have all punched their ticket, and they will all be going to the championship race. It looks like currently right now, following up in the point standings is going to be Garrett Caswell with 277. Josh McCabe is going to be in 8th with 233. Kyle Simmons is going to be in that 9th spot with 222, and Walter Sahidek with 214. A lot of competition already taking place out in the practice. It looks like, let's go ahead and bring up a chart and see. It looks like Bolton in that 32 has taken the top time here at Talladega tonight. Obviously, it is a very hot track, but it looks like these guys are maintaining pretty well. Not a lot of tire wear we're expecting. Normally, there's not on these super speedways. But you know, you never know. If you slide sideways, you might want to change your tires just for those spots that could be created, bad tire wear after maybe an accident or something. But I don't really see those guys changing a whole lot of tires tonight. But Bolton in that 32 taking the number 1. Mike Babinchak in that 55 in that number 2 spot. It looks like Steven Linger is going to be 23 in that 3rd spot. Reggie Evans, 93 in that 4th spot. Darren Bruce in the 4th spot, or in the number 4 in the 5th spot. John Anthony at 42 and 6. R. Lane, Kiernan, McCabe, and Lister rounds out our top 10. See on the screen now, we have Jessica Childs. She's going to be a multi-time winner here at GEC for Super Speedways. We expect to see her up towards the front of the pack. It's probably towards the end of the race. She likes to sit back a little bit more. But as we're looking at Sellers right now in that number 1, he's looking to come out here and take a win at Talladega. He is going to be one of our Cup drivers. As we've seen multiple time Cup drivers coming down and just taking wins. But it really challenges these truck drivers to step it up a little bit. Dylan Hervatin is going to be one of our newest drivers. He's going to be in the 11th spot as far as time goes in that 07 vehicle. But we're looking forward to seeing what he can do in the series. He's looking to come to the Cup Series as the next season starts, but he's looking to prove something as soon as he can. Natasha, she's going to be out there in that 08, representing that beautiful Laughing Llama Wraps paint job. Doing a great job for her season as well. Natasha showing up to all her races and just racking up a bunch of points. It looks like Natasha in her season standings right now stands 22nd, but doing an amazing job and a heck of an effort. As I'm sure we will have a couple people joining us in the booth here eventually. It looks like it's just going to be me, Crush, up in the booth as normal. Just waiting for some other people to get out on the track at the moment. 73 Lister, he's looking to take home a win. He doesn't want to be left behind. He wants to clinch the playoffs right before the end of the regular season, but it looks like he's going to have a lot of competition up ahead of him, placing 10th. Practice is almost over. We're about to see the checkered flag come up, and these guys are about to grid up to go qualify for the first time here at Talladega for the HRB Homes Renovations 187. Yep, and that looks to be it. These guys are going to jump in and start qualifying. We're about to really see who's got the pace to maintain up front. Obviously, for me, I think being up front the whole time is a huge disadvantage. I like to be towards the rear of the pack a little bit more than I do towards the front of the pack until the end of the race. You can really make up a lot of positions coming from the back to the front very, very, very quickly on these super speedways, as long as you do it the right way. Looks like we got a little bit of connection issue with Lister there. 17 pulling back over. Might have caught a speeding penalty coming off the pit lane. A lot of these guys looking to get that extra point for pole position as well. Beautiful 96 autism awareness truck out there for the 96. That's going to be Aiden Camus. He's looking to also punch that ticket for the first time this season. .38 of Ryan Elzy. Amazing looking truck out there for JWR Motorsports. Out there representing W for his team. He's also looking for one of his first wins in GEC eNASCAR. This is going to be the THDesigns Truck Series. Now, as we expect to see a lot of pushing and shoving on super speedway tracks like this, what we don't expect is a lot of aggressiveness right in the beginning. We have talked to the drivers to see what we can do about limiting those big, huge wrecks that are going to involve multiple vehicles. But hey, it's ultimately up to them, and how much they're going to push and shove is really going to dictate how much they're being pushed and shoved, I imagine. So we might see a little bit of give and take, but ultimately I think they're going to keep it clean. We're going to see a lot of green flag runs out here at Talladega tonight. I think this is going to be an amazing HRB Home Renovations 187. So I think we're in store for a great show, ladies and gentlemen. War Dog out here shouting out Sellers. Sellers right now is a top prospect. He's going to be in that 12th spot currently. I don't know. For me, it's really hard to qualify out here. I find it really easy to do Daytona, but man, being out here for Talladega, I just can't seem to find the line to put myself up in the front spots for qualifying anyway. But I will find my way up towards the front during the race. It just I like to take my time, similar to what we were talking about with Jessica. She'll sit towards the middle of the pack or the back of the pack, because you can move up a lot of spots very, very heavily. You just don't want to lose that front part of that pack. But these guys are starting to round out right now. Josh McCabe in that 36, taking that top spot at the moment. Looks like Sellers in that number 1. He's going to be off the track. He's going to take that 2nd spot. Canal Bolton in the 32, taking the top spot away. Garrett Caswell also registering right there in that 2nd spot, number 17. As I'm sure these guys are rounding out for their last turns on Talladega for this qualification. Kiernan putting down the last part of his laps in that number 6 truck, THDesigns. Expecting to definitely see him up in the top 5 today. Doing an amazing job this season. Kiernan, let's check him out. Looks like he's going to be 18th right now in the standings, but one win could put him right back up into the playoffs. Mind you, we only let 10 drivers into our playoffs, but our playoffs are raced all the way out. There are no eliminations, so any driver that is in races to the end. It looks like these guys are now starting to round off. '93, Reggie Evans still trying to put down a little bit of some laps, trying to see where he places off. A lot of competition out there. But Craighead, Bolton, Sipple, Wilson, Hughes, and Parsons all have a lot to lose. Caswell, McCabe, Simmons, and Sahidek could still lose their spots in the playoffs, but they are currently in on points alone. I know they don't have a whole lot of time to finish up this qualifying run. Seawright still on the track. It looks like he's down on the apron, parked it out. Mike Babinchak is also parked it out. Linger is still going to be on the track. Josh Eller, Wivel in that 59, and Sipple as well. I hope their times don't get disqualified. They only have so much time to be able to qualify for these. But it looks like everybody's starting to slow down now. And that is going to be the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go ahead and start to grid up here at Talladega. First and foremost, we are going to go ahead and kick it off with our national anthem, and we will see you guys right back out on the track.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous endless fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on the track. 0732 up front. Dylan Hervatin is in that 07. He's going to be one of our newest drivers. He's going to take the pole out here at Talladega. 32 going to be on his outside. Cannell Bolton, amazing driver. We've seen a lot of speed from him in the past. He's looking to go ahead and punch that ticket as well this season. Or I'm sorry, he's already punched his ticket. He's looking to take that glorious win and maybe rise his part of the season up to first and pass Cameron Craighead in that top spot. Oh, they're getting mixed up a little bit. Looks like 32's having to drop to the back of the pack for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. 36 of Josh McCabe is going to go ahead and start us off, it looks like. I expect a lot of group racing right up in the beginning. We'll start to see groups start to separate a little bit after a while. Pace truck is going to be off the track. Sellers is going to be right back there with going to drag race it out with Richard Elliott. 3607. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flags in the air. Green, green, green. Amazing start by these drivers. It looks like the outside line, inside line is pretty even right at the moment. Those guys are going to be tucked in nice and tight, only inches apart right there. 17 pushing that 02 up a little bit past that 07. Inside line definitely getting a little bit more of the speed out of that restart than that outside. Line not giving up whatsoever. They're going to be fighting just as hard as ever. 07, 36, 1 and 48 have all grouped up. It looks like they're coming up with a plan to stick together a little bit to see if they can get some momentum going on that outside line. Oh, 17 up in front of the 07. Dangerous move right there, but it works out for him. He's going to be up in front of that outside line. Outside line is going to be pushing away from the inside. 17's now going to drop back down up in front of that inside line. Man, that was a risky maneuver so early in this race. Looks like some drivers are already starting to back off. 3 wide. Here we go. Let's see what these guys have. 17 is going to be left out to dry in the middle. We might see a third line start right here. Two cars now in the middle. That one of Sellers wiggling back and forth. He's going to have to keep it together. Mama, let's go, Garrett. Absolutely, Garrett is going to be pushing really hard to try to get up front today. Let's see, where is Caswell at the moment? Caswell is in the 9th position. Moving up, center line, moving up through the field. Little bit of bump to the 48. 17 checking up. We have a middle line, 3 wide coming through the turn. Wow, these guys are killing it. Good job. They're going to have to be careful right there. One car went down below. He's going to have to stay down there to be safe. Oh, man. That looks like one of those Yancey brothers getting into a little bit of trouble down low. He was able to make it back up. Good job on him to not cause an incident out of that. We're going to still be green flag here at Talladega for the time being. It looks like the 29, 53, 32 trying to make some contact back there with the 32. Cornell Bolton, 73, checking up a little bit. Amazing job right there, not causing an incident on those two. A lot of action already. Looks like that outside line's starting to fall off a little bit. Inside line is tucked in and ready to go. Oh, it looks like the 48's going to jump onto the outside. We could see another third line start right here. These guys are a little bit wavy. They're going to have to keep it straight right there. 48 almost down into that bottom line. 32. Oh, man, the snake effect all the way to the back of that outside line. They're going to have to rebuild that momentum. Looks like that outside line is now falling apart. (17, 48, 29) going to be on the outside trying to struggle through. Looks like they have a tighter pack than that bottom line. They may get through and be able to push up ahead. Leslie Lynch, they're all hot dogging around, huh? Looks like we have only a couple playoff contenders up in the top right now, and that's going to be one is going to be Garrett Caswell. He's going to be one to look out for during this race. Always a great super speedway driver, coming to definitely prove a point. 8 right there in the middle, 3 wide, 173. Natasha doing a great job. Here we go. Side by side, trying to side draft. 29.07. These guys are close, and there it is. Oh, that is going to be our first caution right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like they were a little bit too close on that one. 8 laps in here for 70 laps to go. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened there. It looked like a combination of both coming up and down. But if I had to give it to anybody, I think it might be the 48 on that one of Craighead. Super possible. Craighead, our top contender in the series at the moment, causing one of the first incidents of the night. Not what you wanted to see for either driver, unfortunately. Melissa Steins, let's go Jess. Jessica is one of our best super speedway drivers, I believe, winning 3 or 4 actually at Daytona. She's always doing an amazing job out here at these plate track restrictor races, the draft tracks. Always a great job. Looks like that is going to go ahead and shake up the lead, taking the 17 out of the mix, unfortunately. Let's see how much damage that actually did cause. I hope he doesn't have to use a fast repair. But on these super speedways like this, you really got to maintain that aero. It's really extremely detrimental. See all these drivers coming down into pit lane. Everybody looking to get that little bit of extra fuel before they get out. I don't imagine anybody's going to be taking those tires, but it looks like Nick Sipple out front in that 75 is going to take the lead. Looks like Dylan, he might have accidentally changed tires, actually. Yeah, it looks like Dylan had changed tires. That's going to put him down towards the middle of the pack now. Coming out, looks like... Actually, he's still in there. I wonder if anything happened. No, it looks like he might have caught an EOL either coming in or out of pit. So he's going to lose a bunch of spots right there. Unfortunately, not what you want to see for him. Looks like Caswell is still in the pits, along with Craighead as well. Babinchak. Looks like Wivel is going to come out in that 59. We got some decent drivers up in the front still here. Looks like Nick Sipple, he's going to go ahead and take the lead in the 75. Always been able to perform really, really well here. Or really, really well, period. I haven't really ever seen him at Talladega per se, but I know he is an extremely fast driver and really resilient. I believe he can definitely take home a win here. Jason Bombard is no slouch either in that 29. He can definitely come out here and get it done. You got Sellers right behind him. Thomas Coonan is going to be right there as well. Actually, Coonan dropping into the pits. That's also going to shake a couple things up. I know there were a couple other drivers that were involved in that accident as well. So right now it's going to be Sipple, Bombard, Sellers, Bolton, Elliott, Lister, Natasha, McCabe, Childs, and Eller to lead out your top 10. Nick Sipple and Jason Bombard are going to be up front, battling it out after the start of the race. Let's see who can come out on top. Lights are off the pace car. They're going to be double file. 75 on the inside, 29 on the outside. Sellers is going to be down low behind that 75 of Nick Sipple. The 02 of Richard Elliott is going to be right there behind the 29. Let's see who can give the bigger push. I want to see what line can actually maintain the start of this restart. You know, honestly, I think it's probably going to be the 75 and the 1. They've worked together in the past, but, you know, it really is going to be whoever can push that front person a little bit better than the other. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pace truck is going to be off the track. These guys are going to come around to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is going to be in the air. Here we go. Does look like the number 1 and the 75 were able to push up a little bit more. It looks like 75 seen a little speed coming from the top side right there. Decided to jump out, but it just wasn't there. 132 able to take that away. They're going to go ahead and maintain that bottom row. They're going to be a little bit faster going in there than the 75, 29, and 02. They're going to have some catching up to do on that outside.
Hello there.
Why, hello, sir. Looks like we have one of our guests up in the booth now, of Joseph Barrow and Shane Cochran. How are we doing tonight, fellas?
Good, man.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, we are in store for an amazing race. Up so far, 13 laps in, a lot of lead changes, a lot of awesome racing. We've seen that 3 wide going in. They were able to maintain a middle lane. These guys have a lot of skill, and they've shown it obviously so far tonight.
Yeah, they was doing good there for a while with the 3 wide. Looked like the top line just kind of fell apart on them.
We got another 3 wide with the 53 and the 17 and the 6. Looks like they're just shuffling around. 17 going to the outside right there. He's trying to make his way back up towards the front after that terrible accident that we just came off from.
I had one down there on the apron, way low.
Yeah, earlier I think it looked like the 69 of Yancey actually dropped down low, or Josh Eller dropped down low. He was able to maintain it pretty well. Thought it was Yancey, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I think he was dropping back, trying to get in the back of the pack there.
Well, it looks like we're starting to see a little bit of a separation between the front and the middle of the pack at the moment. Six, 69, 13, they're all trying to maintain that middle, like, conjecture of speed between the front of the pack and the back of the pack. Oh, huge checkup, huge run for the number 6 and 13. They're going to create a third line out there on the outside. Number 6 is anyway. 13 decides not to go with him.
Yeah, they decided better of it.
Well, and as we have... Oh, we got 3 wide right there. Contact between the 75, Nick Sipple, and the 73 of Wesley Lister. Awesome job of maintaining by those drivers right there. Crazy close call. Number 1 of Sellers blinking out a little bit up towards the front right there. 32 on the inside of Lister. Lister's going to have to maintain 4 wide.
5 wide.
Yeah, that was 5 wide there for a second. Insane.
Oh, on the bottom.
Oh, and there,
Yeah, there's Black.
Lister comes up and takes Natasha with him. Let's go back and take a look and make sure that Natasha didn't take too much damage. She got sent up the track a little bit, but it doesn't look like she took a whole lot. Looked like a bounce off, and maybe, hopefully she's able to recover from that. I'm not sure if she had to use her fast repair already, or...
It looks like only 2 drivers have used their fast repair so far, and that is Wivel in the 59 and Campbell in the 52.
Well, at least that's good news. People are deciding. It sounds like people are deciding just to rather use that fast repair to get it fixed.
And the 29 just got spun under caution as guys were checking up.
Now, it looks like he's trying to catch back up. I hope that's going to be cleared up before everybody gets to that line right there. Go ahead and see if we can get a driver. So we brought up the 23 of Linger. Linger, we got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
We're doing great, man. Out here, Talladega, super awesome race so far. You guys are doing a great job for the HRB Home Renovations 187. What's going through your mind?
Keep it as clean as I can and out of trouble.
That you haven't been involved in anything I've seen so far, right?
I had a little close call there where my teammate Reggie Evans got took out, but...
Was he able to get everything fixed up? He's good to go?
Yeah, I think he's on pit lane trying to get it done now.
Awesome. Well, I hope to see him back out there again. You guys come up with anything that it may help you towards the end of this race, or just try to make it towards the end with each other and then to see what you're going to be able to do?
Yeah, that's kind of game plan. Stay to one team, one sound, you know?
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing what you guys can do for Skidmark and for yourselves tonight. Hopefully we'll see that 23 up in the winner's circle.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, Linger. You have a great race and good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that's one of our drivers, Linger, out here. He's going to be in that 23 car in the 28th spot. Sorry. Hopefully those drivers towards the back are able to keep it out of the mix. That's what everybody's mostly going to be worried about, is, you know, getting involved into that huge crash. Looks like Kiernan decides to come down pit lane. Not sure what's going on there, but Wivel, he's going to be up 26 spots on that restart in that 59. He's going to go ahead and lead us off here at Talladega for this restart.
Yeah, it looks like Kiernan had a black flag that he is serving. And that was, it looks like speeding on entry. And then Mr. Race Director, make sure you get that EOL to Sellers for that claim.
Lights are going to be off the pace car, guys. 59 down low. 32 is going to be up high. Wivel is going to be on the restart here in the first spot for the first time. Let's see what he can do with the number 2 behind him. 17 of Garrett Caswell has made his way back up towards the front behind that number 32 of Bolton. Let's see what they can put together as far as this next restart goes. Second caution, 19 laps in, 70 to go here at Talladega. We're in for a treat. as we haven't even done it yet, guys, we'll go ahead and talk about it. Barrow, who you got for tonight? Who's your pick?
I gotta go with my teammate. He's in there tonight, so I gotta go with old Mr. Richard Elliott.
Richard Elliott. All right. Well,
Yeah, I gotta go with him tonight. He's running up there in third right now.
yes, he sure absolutely is doing a great job out there. He's going to be restarting back behind the 59. Really haven't seen a whole lot out of him, but I'm telling you, I expect those BDRN guys to get out there, those skid mark guys to do a great job as always, as they do up in the Cup Series. You guys always strive for perfection, and we look forward to seeing it tonight. Well, for me, you know, I get in trouble when I pick people. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead.
Pick him.
We're going to go with Jessica Childs tonight. Jessica, one of my homies, been here for a really long time, GEC veteran, long time driver here, and multiple winner for super speedways. Looking forward to see Jessica up in that top spot. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Green flag is out. Wivel and Bolton dragging it out through the front.
Barely hear you.
You can barely hear me? .32 on the outside. Looks like he's getting a decent push from Garrett Caswell. 59's looking for that push from the 02. 02 of Richard Elliott. Nah, it's all good. You got to fix something, no big deal. 73 looks like he's starting to wiggle out a little bit, but they're going to put it together. Hopefully those 4 cars on the outside. 32 out wide a little bit. Oh, 45 goes around with the 69 of Josh Eller right there. Eller down into the pits. That is going to be our 3rd caution here. Let's go check out and see what happened.
Yeah, it looked like the 45 tried to get down to the bottom lane and wasn't quite clear.
Yeah, it looked clear for a second, but that gap was closed very quickly by the 69 of Eller. Eller going around getting smacked. 29 down into the inside wall. 29 blowing his engine. Bombard. Hopefully he has a fast repair and is able to get back out into the race. Very unfortunate for him. Looks like even one of the Yancey brothers, they got involved in that 96 as well. Multiple car incident right there, guys. Not what you wanted to see for a lot of these guys. Oh, I thought it was the Yancey, but it was the Yancey Motorsports driver, Aiden.
Yeah. That's Eller, I think, ain't it?
Como?
Eller is in the 69, yeah. Let's go ahead and get back up and see what is happening up towards the front. Bolton deciding to stay out. Elliott, Caswell. Looks like Wivel is going to go down. Childs is going to be in 4th place. McCabe, Yancey, Lister, Seawright, Coonan, and Dillon. Well, and the hope is that they're able to keep a level head, you know what I mean? So let's finish off who's your pick real fast. Shane Cochran, you were dealing with something while we were doing that. So who you got for tonight, buddy?
I mean, I got to follow my buddy Barrow here and pick my teammate. It's Thomas Coonan's out there in the 68. He was already leading a couple laps and then got some contact and was able to keep it safe down the apron, but I think he's going to be there at the end.
Well, riding around in that 68, Cup driver coming down from the MPC Cup Series, looking to put a little competition on the track for these truck guys. Obviously, he's fast enough to definitely take a win here tonight, as he has multiple times last season. Last season in the Cup Series. Sorry about that. And yeah, as we have a late arrival, the 33 of Wesley Lynch from the Truck Series or Cup Series. Lynch, how we doing tonight?
Doing well, man. Hope you are.
Oh yeah, man, we're getting there. These guys are doing a great job of putting on a hell of a show for everybody. We were just doing who's your pick. I figure we let you go ahead and pick who you got for tonight.
I'm gonna fly blind and I'm gonna go with Walt.
You're gonna go with the 00,
Walt.
Walt?
Yeah, Walt's due one. So come
Walt
on, Walt.
is due one, absolutely. Walt did an amazing job. I believe he made a podium last season. Not able to clutch the championship, but still putting down a hell of an effort, just showing everybody what he's got. Let's see, Walt, I believe his standing right now, he's missed a couple races, but it's good to see him back. You know, I don't actually see Walt on my list. Oh, no, he is. Yeah, he's currently in point standings in the playoffs. He's the last driver right above the cut line of with 214. 7 points above Josh Eller, just breaking that cutoff point. So it looks like he's out here trying to maintain his playoff standings. Good pick. Looks like lights are going to be off. The pace car 32 and 02 are going to battle it out again. Or 02, Richard Elliott is going to be up towards the front now. 28 of Jessica Childs is going to push the 02 with 17. Garrett Caswell up behind the 32. Let's see who has the better pusher out here. Andy Menchaca says, can I get an autograph, Lynch?
It's already in the mail, buddy.
Yeah, but he's got to pay for that shipping, right? He's got to pay for that priority. Talking about the expenses, the overnight stuff.
What y'all talking about? What we overnight?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Overnight signatures, John Hancock's from Mr. Lynch to special guests in the broadcasts. Still a lot of competition up front, guys. We got Bolton, which is still in the playoffs. Craighead, he's going to be looking to try to get back up towards the front. Let's see where he's at right now, actually. He's in 32nd, so he's got a lot of work to do with the little bit of time we got left. 23 laps in, 70 laps total. We're about to go back green flag. Pace car off the track. Trucks are going to be in the Geico restart zone. Green flag. Looks like we got a couple trucks back there lagging after that restart. They're going to have to form a little bit of a pack and try to catch up to our leaders up here. They don't want to lose that draft.
I think we may have some damage back there.
Looks like the 32 and the 17 were able to maintain that bottom line down there. 36 is going to be following them up. They're going to try to make that outside line work with the 73 and the 02. Jessica Childs falling back a little bit right there. That outside line is going to have to tighten up. 17, 32 jumps to that outside. 73 not letting it happen. They're going to push them 3 wide. Dangerous move right there. Amazing drivers, amazing driving from these drivers, man. I'll tell you, that was a very close call. 36 right up behind the 17. 73 dips looking on the inside of the 32. Lets the 02 sneak on the outside. Richard Elliott. Oh, contact with Elliott a little bit right there. They're going to have to be careful. Oh, we got a truck down on the inside. Who is that?
Sellers.
Looks like he might have got pushed down to the bottom of the track right there. These guys are going to have to keep it calm. We haven't even made it to the stage. Stage is 30, right?
Yes.
Oh, 73 into the 32.
Does he save it?
There ain't. Oh, 73 back up into the other truck.
He almost saved that.
No good, man. That was a huge crash. These guys are pushing way too hard already.
It doesn't help that the lead driver's going to be back to more like a damn maniac.
It's like we got a lot of chatter over the mic right now. It's like 73 tried to dip low, 32 tried to stop him. 73 came back up, made contact with the 36, and then it just started a cascade effect from there that involved Jessica Childs as well. Not sure who's going to claim that one. A lot of our drivers are going to go ahead and decide to come down into pit lane. Looks like this might be stage right here. You did say 30, right?
Yes, this should be the stage.
Well, as that comes out to be stage, Dylan in that 07, Richard Elliott, Sipple, Seawright, Bolton, Caswell, Hughes, Coonan are all going to go ahead and take points for this stage. Still have a lot of racing to go here at Talladega. 40 laps. We're not even halfway. We're going to see what these guys have after this second stage. We're going to see a lot of competition and a lot of people trying to punch that ticket into the playoffs, but hopefully they can keep a clear head and be able to do it very cleanly. Hanneman coming in, can't wait for the 4 wide on Thursday. Well, we're not looking forward to the 4 wide, but obviously we're looking forward to a great show. So I'm hoping that everybody can do a good job. We're able to kick it off with some great competition.
Yeah, the 4 wide action would be fun.
Well, and as we're coming into Talladega, guys, obviously you know what to expect. We'll start with you, Lynch. Like, where's your head at coming into race 9 for season 6?
Well, considering last week, I kind of have a little bit of setback with power-related issues, and after the point standings come out, it did some damage to me. So I'm kind of looking to see how much stage points I can get out of Thursday night, and try my best, the possibility to capture a win to kind of give me some points and stuff considering we got Talladega and then Dover, and then we're off to the playoffs. So trying to strategize as much points going into the playoffs as I can. So also looking to try to get another teammate into the playoffs. And Dega's a real good chance at it. So we'll just have to see how the strategy plays out throughout the race, and then go from there.
Hi, my name's other teammate.
Well, coming into this one, obviously, being the points leader has a whole different kind of pressure than just coming into the playoffs as a normal driver. You're going to want to try to maintain those points, obviously, to get the best advantage coming into the championship. But yeah, I mean, we look forward to seeing a lot of competition out there. So I know that puts a lot on your shoulders to do a good job.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Just have to see how first stage goes, and see how everybody wants to run. If everybody wants to be aggressive early, or sit back and enjoy the race at Talladega, but we'll have to see how the strategy pans out.
It looked like Dylan said speeding penalty got me earlier. Menchaca said got that right, but then we got Raymond Hammond said get me pushing and we're going to the front. Absolutely. Well, and so having your teammate up there, I imagine, is going to be extremely helpful. Borrow up there in points as well into the playoffs with you. So we look forward to seeing a lot of teamwork coming into that championship.
You got me and Gallman. I'm sitting 7th, and Gallman's sitting 8th.
Oh, all right.
We're 2 to 3, I think 2 or 3 points apart from each other right now.
Green flag.
We're on the march.
Well, and you guys have always put down a bunch of competition anyway, so I expect to see, like I said, a lot of teamwork coming out of your guys' way, and a lot of give and take. It's really a toss-up of who could win this championship at this point, but I think your team has a great standing, at least having one of you guys do it. It's a lot of mixing up going up there. 3 wide coming into a 3 and 4 right now. Guys are going to have to calm down a little bit. They're going to have to make it to the end of the race. Looks like the inside line is definitely grouped up a little bit more than that outside line. The 0-2 trying to get it together with the 53 and the 5 of Hughes. O2 side drafting right there with the 52, seeing if he can maintain. 13 coming out a little wide. Seawright. Seawright's going to be up there behind the 07, giving him a little bit of a push. Seawright's now going to be on the inside. They're 3 wide, pushing 4 wide on the outside line. Seawright blinking out. Dangerous situation right there. Wow. That was a crazy move. The whole outside line just dumped 3 drivers in front. 07 dropping back. Unfortunately, Dylan, he's going to have to make his way back up towards the front. About to be 38 to go. 13 blinking out a little bit more right there. He's going to have to be careful for that. Drivers have been catching penalties. .48 dives down in front of the inside line. Tries to catch that. 02's a little bit of speed he had right there, but it didn't look like it made as a benefit. The 75 was able to take advantage and get up there with the 17 of Garrett Caswell. Nick Sipple and Garrett Caswell are going to push around the track. They're definitely going to be teammates from GTCR Motorsports up there pushing for their team and themselves. I believe both of those drivers, Nick Sipple and Garrett Caswell, both in the playoffs, so they're fighting to get as many points as possible. Looks like that front six is starting to, front seven is starting to break away a little bit. We're starting to see drivers start to spread out towards the end. Barrow, coming into a track like this, do you try to, you know, we were talking earlier, do you try to sit towards the back and just bide your time, or are you up front the whole time trying to push up towards that hornet's nest?
Man, you know me. My foot gets heavy at Dega. I don't know. It just brings out the aggressiveness in me, and I want to push. I want to stay in the front as much as I can. For me, a lot of times, the less cars in front of me, the less chances I am to get tied up in something.
Well,
it depends on how it's running up front too. Because if you get up front and they're throwing haymakers and blocks at 10 laps, and yeah, I'd probably back out of that a little bit. But if everybody's running a clean, consistent line, I'd like to stay up front.
Well, and just explain to some of our viewers what a disadvantage to being the front runner at a super speedway like this is.
Well, I mean, you'll burn more fuel, but depending on what you mean front runner. If you're out front, you'll burn more fuel. But if you sit back 3 or 4 rows and kind of sit there and stay there, you can do anything. You can do just like you do for the rest of the pack. You'll save fuel. You can just coast along and kind of stay up there. But then if you're running first and you're getting towards the end, you're a sitting duck. Better be good with the blocks.
Well, it looks like these guys are going to be pushing it 3 wide, coming through the backstretch right there. Doing a great job of keeping that middle lane straight. 17, 48, 02 pushing down at the bottom. 75 and Nick Sipple with the 07. Dylan right behind him. 75 drops down low in front of 17 again. Garrett Caswell, his teammate. Those guys are going to be trying to maintain the front of the pack by getting in front of the faster lanes. But these guys aren't going to be able to get away with it for much longer, as the 07, 53, and 6 are trying to push hard to keep up. 68 and the 1 and the 00 and the 29 are all going to be on that outside line. Amazing to see this. It's like artwork.
Yeah, looks like got
3 wide racing's fun to watch.
It is. Yeah, Sellers pushing on that outside out there. He slowly made his way back through the field. He got pushed down below the yellow at about 7 or 8 laps ago.
Well, as we're just now breaking the halfway mark of the race, guys, how do you see a lot of these guys going in at the same time as far as pitting, or do you see them breaking off into big chunks and groups going down on their own?
Oh, we got
there.
Sellers.
It is. The number 1 looks like he was involved in something right there. Let's go back and take a look. One of our drivers got up into the wall. The number 1 up behind the 68 of Thomas Coonan. Sellers and Coonan, both Cup drivers.
It looks like he had one kind of shoot out of line there and smack the outside wall. And then kind of a checkup that Sellers didn't see.
Yeah.
Coonan checked up there for the Is it Ashley? I think Ashley got out there and got into the outside wall.
Yeah, that's what it. But I don't. It looked like Coonan was already going down a little bit before that, maybe. But you're right. I think
He
the
was. I
checkup
think
is
it's just
actually what
I think
caused it.
it's Coonan checking up, kind of.
Oh, I hate to see that for them guys, man. They were running good all night long. I hope they got a fast repair, didn't take a whole lot of damage. They're able to get back up front. But it looks like we're gonna have a restart with Nick Sipple and Garrett Caswell. Like I said, those GTCR guys, they're looking to take their win home. Garrett Caswell looking to punch his ticket with a win here at Talladega. Nick Sipple already has a win this season, so I imagine to see him maybe even conceding a little bit to Garrett to try to get him a win. Raymond Hanneman says Wesley knows, set the pace, make them not save big brain plays.
Bingo. Sometimes, man, I mean, if you get a few cars going, I mean, and start tandem drafting and save fuel, amongst 4 or 5 vehicles, I mean, you never know. I mean, you get a tandem push and pull off and, make the pack chase you. I mean, so there's different strategies that you can play through. What is it, 100 laps? I think we.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be interesting because I think we have to pit all 3 stages. I think you have to pit at least one time. So
We had action with Sellers going around on the pit lane. Did anybody catch a glimpse of what happened?
I have not yet.
Yeah, he went completely around in pit lane, had to turn back around. He's coming out now, so it looks like he's going to be okay in that number 1.
He was coming into his pit box, and looks like the 29. He got into the 29 there. 29 was staying to the inside and kind of coming out, and I don't know if Sellers seen him there or not. I don't know. 29 was car length behind him and got a hold of him, so.
Well, it looks like we got 30 laps to go. Do you think they're still going to have to come in for some fuel?
I'm not sure what they're getting on. I think they absolutely they're gonna have to come in one more time.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, I think they should be a few laps short.
The 13 still getting an EOL for the blink run.
it looks like we're about to go back to a restart here with Nick Sipple and Dylan leading off. Double file restart. Lights are going to be off that pace car. Looks like our leader, green flag, is out. 75 making a good pace. 07.32 right behind him. Looks like we got a lot of stragglers going on back there. They're going to have to group up and start making packs of their own if they want to have any hope of being able to catch back up. 28 laps to go. The experts say these guys will have to pit towards the end at least one more time to get some fuel. So what's your guys' predictability on that? Would you take the risk and actually pit under green, or would you try to wait to all the way to the end to see if a caution comes out?
I think I would probably go as far as I can on my tank at this point.
Yeah, that's probably the same. I'd probably try to push it to as far as I could, and then try to see what leaders were doing. If I was a few laps from a dry tank, then leaders go in, then I'm pretty much gonna go with the leaders. So.
29 of Bombard down low, doing a great job of not causing the incident coming back into the track. 75.07 pushing really hard, but the 95 and 92, or 92 and 55 trying to catch up on that outside out there. 48 splitting it 3 wide. 73 pushing him to the outside. Outside line starting to catch up a little bit with Nick Sipple at the helm. They're going to be trying to pass the 07 of Dylan. Like I said, Dylan Hervatin is going to be one of the new drivers here at GEC. Time to show what you got. '07 moving out in front of the 75 of Nick Sipple. That's going to be a powerhouse, too, if they wind up deciding to work together. 92 trying to push his way up towards the front of Scott Yancey. Going to be one of the cup drivers coming down for... Oh, we got some problems.
That is a big wreck.
That is a huge wreck. Looks like the 6 in the middle right there. But I don't think it was just the 6. I think it was...
Looks like to me the 55 come down on the 6 from my angle.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look and see what happened. 6 getting a little loose right there behind the 32, having to jump through the middle. Yeah, the 55 tried to follow that line down through, but the 92 of Yancey also did the same thing at the same exact time.
Yeah, that's wild.
To the 32. Like synchronized swimming. Looks like the 52 took a bunch of the brunt damage. Went way up into the air on that one. Let's go ahead and ride along with him and see what he's seen during that.
The next question is where do we stand on faster pairs?
Yeah, that's also true. Oh, man, that's devastating. Let's see. Where's the 52? Chris Campbell. Just getting smushed up into all of that. Oh, at least he kept all fours on the ground. Definitely blew an engine right there. Not what you want to see for Campbell. Yeah, that involved a lot of drivers. Good chunk of drivers still on pit road.
Hanneman did say 16 laps of fuel is what they get.
16?
Mm-hmm. He put it in there. He said just over 16 laps.
Looks like that ended Campbell's race as well. Wivel now coming back out. Sellers still in the pits. Natasha back out as well. Good to see her back out there. As I said it before, Jessica Childs sneaking up towards the front, towards the end of the race. 23 laps to go. I knew she was going to make an appearance sometime. Nick Sipple, Bolton, Simmons, and Childs going to restart us here. Talladega. So
Looks
far,
like we got some skid mark guys lurking towards the top 10 too. Or in the top 10. Anthony and was that 6th? Elliott
40,
7th.
Yep, the 42 and Richard Elliott. Yep,
Elliott's my pick.
Elliott
right.
was
Walt-
definitely his pick.
Walt's still alive as well. P8.
Yeah, Walt. We always expect Walt to keep a calm head. He's good at avoiding those accidents, so I expect to see him out there at the end.
Does anyone know what to find like that?
It's
Lot
like
of-
all the skid mark guys are at least on the lead lap. Evans is in the lucky dog spot.
Yeah, it looks like there's only a couple drivers that still haven't come out of the pits.
Yeah.
Yancey being one of them.
It's nice to still see 33 trucks still on the track as well.
Absolutely, I agree. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, going back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Green flag! Nick Sipple and Bolton battling it out here at Talladega. Ooh, bold move by the 07, jumping up in front of Jessica Childs. Very, very close call right there. 32 is going to be behind the 75. 74 down low, getting left out there by himself. 02 now up behind him. 32 decides to drop down to the bottom line in front of the 74. Kyle Simmons. Simmons up there for one of the first times tonight in that top 5. I think we've seen a pretty consistent top 5 for the night. 32, 07. I'm surprised the 17 isn't up here somewhere. Garrett Caswell, he's been up towards the front all night as well.
They're at 20 to go.
Yep. I was about to ask, when do we start seeing 3 wide racing again in this front pack?
Oh, I'm sure it's going to start real soon. I think we're in for a really great finish. I think these guys are going to pull it together.
Traffic here.
You said they're coming up on lap traffic?
Yeah, Yancey, he's staying up high. They're going to make it around him in the try over here. They should be all right.
Yeah, they got it. Beautifully done by our drivers.
They saved that. There was a lot of contact there.
So they could still have to pit too.
Let's hope they're able to keep it together, as we're coming to the last legs of this race. These guys have done an amazing job so far. It's been a super exciting race.
Yeah, they were able to save it on that caution, but 53 of Ashley actually hit his incident limit checking up for it, so he is out.
Chad Ashley? Dang, man. Looks like that outside line towards the middle of the pack is starting to break up a little bit. I think we're going to start to see one linear line here coming out here soon if these guys can't maintain out on that outside line. Looks like only a group of 3 out there right now. 07, 28, and 42. 42 breaking his way through the front. John Anthony for one of the first times tonight. We're starting to see that huge pack up front break off from the other trucks. Three wide in the front pack right there. 23 on the outside. 68 in the middle. 38 down low.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution is going to be out. Did we catch who was involved?
No, I haven't seen it yet. It had to been in the back there.
Looks like the 82 might have been the start of it. Off the nose of the 69, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yep, right there, start finish line. The 69 and the 82. Looks like 69 kind of went to the outside of Hayes there and got into the wrong part of his bumper there.
Does the 82 still have a fast repair?
That I'm not sure.
He does not.
Yeah, he's probably done for the night. He hit that outside wall pretty hard.
Yeah, he cooked that outside wall pretty good. Terrible end for the 82. Hopefully he can get back out there. He doesn't have too much, but it did look like that may be the end of his night. Bolton gonna start us off one more time here with Nick Sipple following up. Looks like our top 5 is going to be Bolton, Sipple, Simmons, Hervatin, and Elliott. They're going to lead out our top 5 here at Talladega for the HRB Home Renovations 187. So we got a connection with the 75 and Nick Sipple. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Sipple coming down into the pits, having a strong performance so far tonight, man. What's going through your mind here for race 9?
Having a blast. A lot of good, an okay amount of cautions, but other than that, it's been pretty fun racing. Pretty interested here to see what the fuel situation is.
Well, coming into being a playoff contender, what are your feelings about, what you have to do in this race and how so far you running up front?
I don't think I really need to do anything in this race. I want to win it. I want to win every week, but I definitely want to finish good in this. This is kind of my specialty. This kind of racing. So hopefully we can get top 3 and see you at the end of the race.
Well, you put on a great performance so far, Nick, and we expect to definitely see you out there in the winner's circle sometime soon. Good luck out there, man, and have fun for the end of this race. We're going into the playoffs here in a week or so, so I hope you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Nick Sipple been running up front this whole time. Let's see what he can do on this next restart. Looks like S. Millard in that 54 is going to go ahead and decided not to pit. Looks like he might be our new leader, up 31 spots. Nick Sipple also up 32 spots for the day. Well, that could change things up a little bit. Millard, first time up in front tonight. He's going to go ahead and take a couple laps led here. What'd he do? Just stay out? Everybody else went in?
Maybe he's trying to get the lucky dog? Or the wave around?
No, I think he's on the lead lap, man. It's showing him in first.
Who's that? Bolton?
No, it's Millard.
Oh, no, Bolton's second. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Millard's going in now. It looks like he might have missed the pit. Bolton, Sipple, Hervatin, Elliott, and Simmons.
Miller just got him a black. He probably did miss the pits, and then they just entered a closed pit. So
only 15 to go here at Talladega, so these guys are gonna have a lot of pressure to get the job done here.
yeah, this is where it probably starts ramping up a little bit more than what it already is ramped up.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition up front, man. You got the 75 of Sipple, 32 of Bolton. You got Simmons up there. Hervatin is a new driver. He's shown to be very competitive all throughout today. Jessica Childs is up there. Coonan has also found his way up towards the top. Anthony is up there in the 42. I mean, so many drivers up there right now. Only a few of them actually can punch that spot, even if they do win. They're trying to look to make sure one of them cup drivers don't finish up top. They want to take that home for themselves. Bolton already has a win this season, so he's looking to take home another one. 07 looking to take home his first win here on his first race. We've seen that a couple times before. Actually, I believe... Who did that? Coonan did that.
You got Simmons sitting up there in fifth place right now too. He's looking to lock himself in. He's not locked in yet.
Yeah, he's only in 6th. He definitely could take it home. We've seen a lot of competition coming out of him in the past. Here we go. Pace car is going to be off the track, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and restart here at Talladega. Good luck to all our drivers going back to the Geico restart zone. 32 and 75 going to battle it out here on the front stretch. Green flag in the air. Green flag. Cornell Bolton, Nick Sipple. Going to show everybody who's boss.
We got 12 to go here.
32 got the 07 right behind him, giving him a decent push off the jump. Simmons, he's not going to be letting it go. Oh, the 07 decides to jump out up high. 32 almost tried to follow him, wasn't able to. 74 gets a decent run with the 42 behind him, giving that 32 a decent little push. That's going to put the 07 and the 75 up into the front. They're going to dip down low in front of the 32. Almost went to break out. 02 was going to be right there closing that door. He's not able to get onto the outside. 02, 28, and 68 looking to push up through the front. A little bit of chatter going on the track. 20 going to be up there in the up in the top 10 for the first time today as well. John Hughes. 48 looking on the outside, trying to create that third lane. 23 looking to follow him. They're going to go ahead and dip back into that outside lane. Not able to get the momentum they were looking for. All these drivers with a lot on the line. 02 of Richard Elliott going to give the 75 a decent little push. 32 caught up to the 07 as well. 54 dropping back down on the side of the track. Not sure what's going on. S. Millard.
We're coming to 9 to go.
It is actually 11 to go.
Millard had to come in and serve that black flag for the entering closed pits, so he's off the pace and lost the draft now.
That's no good. I hope he can meet up with one of those packs towards the back. But it looks like the main battle is going to be up here towards the front. These guys are going to be having a hefty line down on that inside. Outside line doesn't look like they can catch up, but they are making a little bit of room. 28 going to be behind the 02. 81, 48, 17 looking to start that third line on the outside out there. Let's see what kind of momentum they can get coming around with those packs of 5. Packs of 6, I should say. I don't know. I've been in a really fast three car pack that's dominated a 6-car pack before. Sometimes a 6-car pack, they just can't keep it together. If they keep weaving in and out, they're not going to be able to maintain that kind of speed. That outside line, that third line is starting to gain a little bit momentum. 84, 81, 48, and the 17 making their way up through. Looks like everybody's giving everybody a little bit of a decent amount of room to do what they need to do. A lot of great driving from these guys. Wow. Hell of a mix up through the front. 4 wide. Jessica goes around into the wall. Oh, I hope she can make it back through. Does Jessica still have a fast repair, Cochran?
Negative. She does not.
Oh, that looks like that is going to be her race, unfortunately.
Well, I'm out of the infield care center.
How did it go for you, good sir? What happened?
Checked up for that wreck, and the 69 drove in the back of me and DQ'd me for the race. Just an awful night for me. Figured I'd put my take off my racing helmet, put my broadcasting helmet on for the end of this race.
Looks like there was a couple vehicles involved into that last one, man. Coming to the end of the race. Looks like we only have about 5 laps to go at the end of this caution.
Just a long day for that Busch Light Apple car.
That's all right, man. We'll get out there and get them next week.
Hell yeah. Hey, but a stat that I don't think y'all knew. Those 2 laps I led, first 2 laps of the season I've led all season.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, at least you got a little bit of something out of it.
Had good speed, pushing good. I had a little bit of a existence issue earlier in the race, and that caused a wreck, but be back here next week.
Well, there ain't no shame in that. These guys are going to go ahead and restart this one. 0775 are going to battle it out this time. Fortunately, Jess is probably going to be parked for the night due to damage. Well, yeah, she's still got a bunch of damage on that truck. Man, that sucks to see that.
Now, DQ for incident, you don't get points for this race then, right?
No, it's right. I think it's right where you ended.
Oh, so
sure.
you'll be scored
your
where you
points.
finish. Okay.
Yeah, you'll keep your stage
Right, you
points
scored.
if you got them.
Right. Yep.
Well, drama on the track right now.
Oh, I'm quite sure Jessica's not happy about that incident with that 4 wide.
Oh, there's a lot of incidents I wasn't happy with tonight. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I did see a couple that you were involved in, yeah.
Very unfortunate. I know the one I caused, unfortunately, with Natasha, and I apologized to her in the race, but I never heard back.
Well, she's running on somebody else's rig. She might not have known how to answer back.
Yeah, she didn't answer back.
Well, either way, it's been a super exciting race to watch so far. These guys have been doing an amazing job of trying to keep it together, and there's been a couple incidents, but I'll tell you, there's still a lot to prove in these last 5 laps.
It's going to be intense racing, 3-4 wide. Hopefully they can keep it together. Looking at Bolton and Coonan, Weaver, and Simmons. Race with those boys aligned tonight. 3 of those boys on my team, 1 of those boys Alliance. Looking forward to see what those 4 can do if they link up together. They might be a weapon on the outside.
Well, and that's where you get some of your advantage at, right? Is you get your teammates around you on these super speedways, and they're able to just not only calm you a little bit, knowing you have somebody there to help, but if you guys have practiced, you already know how to run together and get that speed you need to stay out front.
Yep. I mean, the super speedways team alliances are key. You don't want to push another opposing car. You want to get your team in the winner's circle. For our case, we're aiming to get Kyle Simmons to that win circle. If not, we're going to try to play a little subterfuge here and try to get Bolton back to the win. That way, the playoff bubble remains the same size. I mean, it comes down to managing points and everything. Every start counts. And, yeah.
Well, we got a shout out from Switchback to the 81. Let's effing go. That's going to be for Weaver. He's going to be our other broadcaster, our new broadcaster. He's going to come out and broadcast the Cup Series with us each week. He did a great job last week, and look forward to seeing him up there again.
Oh, yeah, and you know I'm always there.
Oh, absolutely.
Best of my ability.
Oh, we're all here to the best of our ability.
Pace car is off.
Pace car is going to be off the track. 75 on the outside, 07 down low. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and restart it for the finish here at Talladega for the HRB Home Renovations 187.
Coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flag's out. 2x2. Sipple gets a run.
Sipple decides to jump down onto the bottom line. Probably a smart decision with only a few laps to go here at Talladega. You definitely are going to want to keep on that bottom and get somebody behind you that knows what they're doing. The 07, he's going to be relentless. He's going to be right up behind the 75, not trying to let anybody catch up. 32 is going to be working with some people out on the outside. Bolton trying to see if he can make that outside line work.
Team Outlaw forming outside. Walter looks like the 00 will be going with Kyle Simmons on the outside. That is all Team Outlaw aligned vehicles in the high line running 2x2 with third.
Well, like we said, it's beneficial having those teammates you've run with in the past up with you to help you and to be able to ease the tension a little bit. 68 right behind the 32, trying to push him up past that 75.
2x2 Bolton challenging for the lead of Sipple. Team Outlaw cars all in a line. You got teammates in your mirror. That's what Bolton wants to see right now.
75 is going to need that 07 to push a little bit harder. 02 now connects up with them. They're inches apart, but that outside line looks like they got it going a little bit better.
Sipple's going to jump to the outside.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to kill that run. You'll probably see him jump back down here in a second.
Managing the lines is important, but when you're jumping in and out of traffic, you run the risk of causing an accident. Right there, that was a close block.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Sipple back to the outside. Bolton's going to catch him. He's going to stack up the outside line.
I think Sipple's going to try that again.
Oh, they're getting loose in the back.
Big wreck in the back of the pack.
Oh, no. A half a track away from the white flag. Who was involved in that? Weaver?
Yeah.
Looks
Ryan?
like it started with Caswell and Weaver. They were all checking up for that checkup up front.
Oh, it looks like he just got touched by one of the GTCR guys down low. He just caught him. It was just barely.
Stepping away for just a second.
38 down into the wall hard. 23 looks like he was going down into the wall. 81 went around. Doesn't look like a whole lot of vehicles were damaged though. Wow. That was a crazy restart anyway.
Hear a lot of chatter about fuel. They got that green-white checkered going on. Nobody come. Oh, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 came in. That was probably some of those that were involved in that wreck too. But I think you got a couple more behind them. About 7 or 8 coming in.
Well, we got John Hughes up in the booth. Hughes, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, I can hear you.
Hey, brother. So, a lot of challenging cautions out there today. Seen you were involved in a little bit. How's it going out there for you?
Oh, it's fun. Just trying to survive.
Well, as you have a team out there, are you guys grouped up together, planning on trying to make a move in the last couple laps, or what's your guys' plan?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they can get back up here and see if we can make something happen.
Well, it looks like the number 5 is not that far off. He's only a few positions behind you, like 5 spots behind you. So it is super possible he can get back up to your bumper. It looks like you have a strong chance to be able to take the restart and be able to get up front. If need to, are you gonna push it 3 wide on the outside, or like create your own line?
Yeah, we're gonna do what we had to do right here.
Well, again, we expect to see the best, man. I appreciate you coming up and talking to us, buddy. Good luck out there, and we expect to see you out in the winner's circle.
Yeah, well, I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. The number 20 of Hughes up in the top 10. He's been a top 10 contender all day today. Going back with this restart, it's going to be Nick Sipple up front with Dylan right behind him. Let's see which lane Sipple actually chooses.
How's it going up here in the booth, Jamie?
Oh, Jessica, how are you doing? Coming out of the infield care center. I'm so sorry to see your race end like that, unfortunately. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm not very happy about it, but I had fun out there, so that's what matters.
Yeah, unfortunately, you were my pick for tonight.
Oh, thanks.
I know,
Sorry.
but the curse actually continues. Everybody I seem to pick, no. Barrow actually did really well
you're
last
talking
race.
about you're talking about my curse. You're talking about my curse.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, you did an amazing job out there, as we expected to see you up towards the front, towards the end there. Just a real unfortunate event with that 4 wide, and just a little bit too hairy in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was pretty much demolished. I blew my engine headed into the pits, so I had to get towed.
Yeah, I checked with Cochran. He said you were already out of fast repairs, unfortunately. So, not what we wanted to see for you tonight. But again, going into the rest of the season, we look forward to seeing what else you can do.
Yeah, it's fun out there with all the guys.
Only 5 cars still with their fast repair in their pocket. Everybody having to use them tonight.
Well, and we've also had a couple vehicles get disqualified, as well as
Hey,
sellers,
how's it
I
going?
believe. That's going to be on
Unfortunate
the
night.
incident limit, but yeah, and again, coming out to Talladega, it's really, like we said in the beginning, a 50-50 race that we all expect, not to be exactly perfect, but let's see what we get
Now
for the end of it.
We're coming back to green as the pace car ducks off down pit road.
Double file to Geico restart zone. 75.07 are going to give us a good restart here. 32 and 02 going to see who's the better pusher. Green flag in the air. Green flag. Looks like that bottom line is going to make something happen. Top line fell apart. 02-20 going to be out there by themselves. 75, 07, 32, 74 going to be pushing hard on the bottom line.
That top line is reforming here. They're going to surge. They're going to take the white. Flag's still green.
Here we go, about to cross the line for the white flag. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last lap here at Talladega. White flag is out.
Next flag ends the race, whether it's a yellow or a checkered.
This is it for the HRB Home Renovations 187 at Talladega, ladies and gentlemen. Been an amazing race so far. 75.07 gonna battle it out. Outside line, just not able to get it together. We have a huge crash on the outside. Huge crash on the outside. 5 takes the place. That's not going to stop the race here.
Craighead is dead. Craighead is dead.
And another turn right there. We're going to have some secondary incidents to go through.
I hate seeing that for Sellers. He was running good. 40. Oh, is he going to get him right there at the line? He's on his side.
Oh, 3 wide finish.
3 wide for the win.
Who was it?
Looks like the 07 crossed the line first.
Yep.
Wow. That was a crazy 3 wide finish.
Y'all need to go look at Craighead's feet in that wreck. He is airborne and slammed into.
I am just astonished on what happened right there. That was crazy. Huge incident towards the end right there. Not what you wanted to see at the end. Controversial. I know we're going to get a bunch of secondaries on that one. Let's go ahead and gather up our drivers, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for our driver interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our podium drivers here for Talladega at the HRB Home Renovation 187. We have our winner, Dylan Hervatin, in the 07. First race out here for GEC, coming out and taking the first win, showing these guys what you got. What's going through your mind for race 9?
That the 75 did a great job working with him. Man, I needed help, and I didn't. It's kind of hard to find friends when it's your first race in a new league, but found him and was able to work with him really good. And that's all I can say. I wouldn't have been up here if it wasn't for being able to work with him there. But yeah, I mean, coming to Talladega on your first start and hoping to win it's kind of hard to do because there's a lot of skill involved, but it's a lot of luck at the same time. But no, I'm really happy with the result. I think we walked out here with the pole, second in the stage, and a win. So I'll take it. It's a good, almost max points day.
No, you did a great job. Everybody put on a hell of a show, but you coming out with the win, again, like you said, is a flip of the coin when it comes to Talladega. A lot of skill goes in it, but a lot of luck goes in it as well. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. It was had to avoid a lot of wrecks. I almost got in a couple. Had a speeding penalty on like lap 10. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys all for having me, and I appreciate everything that you've done to help me get in here. I know I've been bugging a lot of the admins the last couple of weeks to try to get in here, but I'm happy we're in here and happy to put it on top tonight.
No, awesome. Great job. Is there anybody else you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Like I said, just like I said, you guys, appreciate you guys putting this on. It's a lot of fun. The Truck Series did a really good job. I was actually pretty impressed with some of the guys up front, so that was cool. I'd like to thank Jordan and all of the Tachyon guys for kind of getting me introduced to this league and allowing me to get in here and practice with them and whatnot. It's just fun. I just look for fun things to do, and that's all it is. It's just fun and appreciate it. That's all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Dylan. We appreciate you here, and we look forward to seeing what you can do even next season in the Cup Series.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. As we move on to our second driver, the number 5, Jacob Hughes, coming out of nowhere, out of that crash, able to avoid the entire incident, taking the second place, finishing across the line 3 wide. Jacob, almost clinching it to take it home here. What's going through your mind here at Talladega?
Man, the end of these things are always fun. It was fun right there.
Well, hell of an ending, I'll tell you. That was great for the broadcast. I believe it. But yeah, man, a lot of effort had to come out of you and I believe your brother in the 20. We talked to him right before that last restart there. You guys were poised to be able to go up into the top and be able to help each other take home a win. And it looks like you definitely made out of the better luck out of the situation. But coming out front, congratulations. You did a great job today.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Just my 2 teammates, Josh and John, and you guys for putting it on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, GEC veteran Jacob Hughes. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to seeing what you got for the rest of the season.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Last but not least, Cup driver coming down, Nick Sipple. Nick Sipple, how are we doing? No, I'm sorry, not Cup driver. I did not mean that. I was thinking Coonan for some reason. My bad. Nick, what's going through your mind here at Talladega?
You can say Future Cup. It's all right.
I did.
I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I think we were better on the caution tonight than we've been. And I think the guys just kind of, I don't know, they just raced well. It was fun. And, yeah, good finish there at the end. Good win to Dylan.
Absolutely, man. That 3 wide was incredible. I'm going to have to go back and look at it with the boys and just see how close it was. We're going to get a nice little picture of that, and you guys are going to enjoy that for a while. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
My teammates that were in the race, that's Jess, and that was Garrett. That's GTCR Motorsports. T&J Parker, Lost Horizon. You guys are broadcasting, of course. THDesigns putting on the league. Dylan at the end there, we were working together for a while, and he just made some good moves there coming out of 4 and won the race. So congrats to him.
No, absolutely. Congrats to all of you. Congrats to everybody. Good job, you guys, and thank you so much for being here. Podium is nothing to shake a stick at, and you guys came out here and did a great job today.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for everybody that showed up here for Talladega for the HRB Home Renovations 187. We will see you all next time here at GEC.